much handled everything. I was definitely nervous with the first phone call with the first buyer, but they get on the phone with you, they talk with you about 20 minutes before the call, kind of go over everything, what to expect. So just really put me at ease. My name is Jeff DeVoe, and I'm from Vancouver, BC. I initially got online probably in about 2013. I started working doing with a friend of mine doing social media services. And then in 2015, I wanted to become more independent, not have staff. So I got into the FBA, the Amazon model, and been doing that, ever since, so for the last 5 years. I was an aircraft mechanic, and then I got out of that, actually moved to Southeast Asia and worked in resorts for a couple of years. And then what did I do after that? I went back to Vancouver and I got into real estate. I did that for about 8 years, had a real estate brokerage there. And then just got tired of it and wanted again to just kind of have the freedom. So just looked into working online and slowly plugged away at it for a few years, and then was able to make the leap, I think, in 2012 or 2013. I guess it is the freedom, but I mean, I definitely work longer hours than I did before when I was in real estate or an aircraft mechanic. But I just love doing what I do. Whereas before it's kind of clock in and kind of look at the clock all day, and now it's just I kind of get up when I want to get up, and then I just kind of sit in front of the computer and just start plugging away. And yeah, I enjoy it. So it's a lot different, just a whole different mentality. It would probably be product selection. That's probably the toughest and takes me the longest amount of time. And then the next most difficult thing would just be cash flow. Is probably the toughest thing. So you see people talk about it, all the money that people make, but there's a lot of it's tied up, in ordering more products, launching new products. Not being on anybody else's clock, so I can do it when I want to do it. If I wake up in the morning, I want to, go for a walk or go to the beach or do something, I can go do that in the morning, and I can come back whenever I want. So it's just really at your own time, I guess. I sold my first brand in 2017, and I did that through another brokerage, and it was a great experience. It went well. But I just had a few friends that had also used Empire Flippers, and they just made the process sound a lot easier. So when I actually contacted Empire Flippers, they were a lot more hands-on than the previous brokerage I used, so it made it a lot easier. I'm not good with my numbers and my profit and loss statements and kind of managing all that, and they were able to go right in the back end of my account and just handle everything. Just to free up cash. I mean, it was. I just had a great run with it. It was scaling up. Everything was moving in the right direction, and I just figured it would be the prime time to do it. Free up some money. It helped change my life, right? Like I'm now able to do things I wasn't able to do before. They made everything pretty easy. I mean, there's stuff obviously that I have to provide, all my costs and stuff like that. Nobody can read your mind on that. So, other than the stuff that I provided, they pretty much handled everything. I was definitely nervous with the first phone call with the first buyer, but they get on the phone with you, they talk with you about 20 minutes before the call, kind of go over everything, what to expect. So just really put me at ease. It was phenomenal. I mean, I had what did I end up? I ended up with, I think, 4 offers in 2 weeks, and definitely exceeded my expectations. Initially, I listed it thinking, well, if I can get my the amount that I want, great, and if not, I'll hold on to it for another 6 to 8 months, because as I said, it was still growing. But we just decided, to look at all the offers, and they all came in very strong, and it was extremely exciting. I think it's just putting a cushion behind me, and just kind of knowing that, just a big relief, with Amazon FBA. We were growing extremely quickly, and we were investing everything that we made back into the business. So it's very cash intensive. So we didn't get a paycheck for, I think it was 5 or 6 months, and then we just had a really big holiday season, and was able to sell after that. So it was just able, just relax my nerves a lot. I had my life savings into it, so I was able to take that back out, and then obviously then some on top of that too. So. I just kind of found myself, sitting at a coffee shop, having coffee and a breakfast. So it didn't, not, I mean, if it was 10 years ago I came into this money, for sure, it probably would have had a lot different of an effect on me. But now it's just, I think it's just comfort, it's just, yeah, it's just kind of padding my life. So it's been great. Speak to your accountant. Have your accountant look at everything. It's extremely important that they look at the contract, just for different tax purposes. So, yeah, definitely that's the first thing I'd suggest. Five for sure. Like I said, it was the when I sold it, just everything was just it was just easy, just extremely easy for me. I think I mentioned when I sold my first brand, I had to do a lot of the work myself. With Empire Flippers, it was a three-way call with the other broker, but also a three-way call with Empire Flippers. But Empire Flippers would jump in and they'd be able to kind of get a feel if I had an uncomfortable question coming, because there's certain things that the buyer shouldn't ask and should ask on the first call. And if they said something that they should be asking, the rep from Empire Flippers with salesman would jump in there and just say, hey, look, we can discuss that later. So it kind of really had my back.